recommend for your clients?
Yeah, I think like in terms of like an overall recommendation,
Yeah.
I'd say like use it, but use it smartly, right? Like
Mm.
be sort of conscientious in your use. I think like short and sweet is kind of my mantra with it. If it's like a short and sweet question that can be answered with a nice short and sweet answer, ChatGPT might be a good place to go, right? Like, I'm looking for just this wording or you know these people own 100 shares out of 1,000. What percentage do they own? If your question is just like
Mm.
that nice sort of in that nice concise zone, right, where it can just be clearly framed, and you know that the answer you're looking for is out there. You're not asking for some sort of interpretation for something new. ChatGPT, I think, is a really good resource. It can also be really good as a comparison point. Um, if you get a contract back or you get a document back, and you want to reference, you have your time of the essence clause, you want to see another time of the essence clause to compare it. It can be good for that as well, right? I would just recommend to people like, you know, understand its capacities, right? As I said before, asking it to interpret your matter or to provide recommendations or to sort of guide you in a contract or a litigation or whatever it is, um, it doesn't do that, right? It's not a tool for that. So, people need to understand like it'll give you an answer, but it's not giving you your answer. And the answer may be close enough that it has value. I certainly wouldn't dissuade people. Like if you want to push the limits of ChatGPT, see how far it can go, how much detail it can provide, go for it. Just keep in mind what you're getting, right? Just keep in mind that, just because it's produced a 30-page shareholders agreement doesn't necessarily mean it's produced the right one. Maybe it has, but it's not a guarantee, right? I think people need to keep in mind that, this tool, it's not going to tell you whether it's given the right answer or not. It's just going to give you an approximate that kind of looks correct. And then it's for you to make sure that you're, doing your due diligence and putting things in place in the right way. I guess I would just conclude by saying, like, you know, don't be afraid to get a second opinion or get help on things from ChatGPT. I hope this goes for most lawyers, but I really don't mind when people reach out and they're like, I did this on ChatGPT, even in a
Mhm.
bad situation. It's fine. Like, things happen all the time. Like, I have people come to me and they're like, hey, we had this business arrangement for 10 years and we never had a contract at all. So, you know, problems come up, things need review. Um, People want to save a few bucks by getting the first version done on ChatGPT and having
Yeah.
me edit it.
Yeah.
Um, that's fine, right? And lawyers should be open to that. And I think for customers, you should have the expectation like this is a tool I'm using, and my service providers need to be, implementing it and understanding my use of it, not turning me away, right, for for using it. So I think it's it's on clients like push that change that I was talking about, right? We want to see the market change. We want to see law become more accessible to people.
Right.
You can change your expectation. You can go to the lawyer and be like, look, like this is what ChatGPT told me. And if it's wrong, the lawyer has the responsibility to tell you, hey, this is the correct information. And if it's right, it's on the lawyer to say, I'm not going to bill you double to give you the same piece of information now. I'm just going to tell you, the clause you produced there is fine, is good to go. Uh, so I think, that's really what I would say, like for clients, like use it in a smart way, be conscientious of where it's not going to work for you, and, bring it into the suite of tools in your sort of legal life cycle, right? For your business or individually. It's totally fine for it to be part of that tool set, same as your email account, same as Microsoft Word, right? Same as any other tool. You can ask that your lawyer is, keeping that consideration in mind too, right? And it's on the lawyers to be responsible to say, here's where it works and here's where it can help, or here's where it can't and why, right? And actually explain to your client, like, this is a time where you need that human touch, right?
Well, speaking of tools, instead of using ChatGPT, would you recommend that people should use a more legally specific AI product? Or is it you still have the same you will probably still have the same warnings, right? Like it doesn't matter whether it's ChatGPT or whether it's some other AI, you still have to be careful about the limitations.
Yeah, the like it's getting pretty good, right? I think cost becomes part of it. Like, does it make sense for the average person to be subscribing for like a legal AI tool? Not
That's
really, right?
true.
A lot of those things are paywalled.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know if we've look like it's a much larger question of like when are we going to cross that barrier of the tool being able to like properly interpret, right? Properly
Yeah.
advise, properly reach decisions. You can get an aggregation that's so close um, that it is based on such a complexity of understanding and of information that it's indistinguishable. Is that the same thing? Like once our tools get to that level, is that, if
Yeah.
you get an approximation that's so close to what an interpretation would look like, maybe. So I wouldn't rule out those legal tools yet. Like I think we may get to that point. But so far I would say like it's still
Okay.
the same guidance because there's
Okay.
really I haven't seen anything that like really crosses that threshold of like I could take my case to it
Yeah, just completely
and know that
depend on them,
it's
right? Like you don't
yeah,
want
and just know that it's like actually analyzing my case
right,
rather than analyzing my case against its library, right?
right.
Um, which again, are we all doing that internally to an extent? Who knows? We could
So I
go
have
on. I
a
could go on all day.
Yeah, I have a final question and then I'll let you go. So just a
Absolutely.
clarification. So let's say I start a new job and yeah, because this goes to that question that warning you said about ChatGPT cannot understand new situations. Okay, so let's say I have a new job, and my employer wants me to sign a new employment contract. Now, can I cut and paste the text and put it into ChatGPT and say, "Hey, ChatGPT, can you tell me are there any red flags?" Can I do that with ChatGPT? Like,
Yeah, that's the thing. I think that gets back to what I'm saying before. Like you can,
I
yeah, you
can.
you can, and it'll give you some sort of
Okay.
answer.
But
Um,
not
the
necessarily.
question is, is that going to be like, is
Right.
the answer going to account for, like, for example, there was a recent termination case. I mean, not so recent, it's been a few years now. We discussed in our prior video, right, that
Yeah.
affected termination clauses and your
Right.
rights there. Is the ChatGPT answer going to account for that properly and how it affects your personal situation? Maybe,
Right.
maybe not, right? Even if it's accounting for it, is it actually accounting for, your context and the situation of your job?
Right.
For example, I have some people who are going into new jobs and they have a lot of grounds to negotiate. They
Right.
have sort of, they can take it or leave it with the job and they can push
Yep.
back against the employer.
Yeah.
My advice in those situations is different from I have clients who come to me and they're like, look, I'm taking this job. I
Right.
just want to review and
Right.
know, just what should I keep in mind for the future, but I'm going to sign it. Right. And they tell me that.
Right.
Um, and the way I advise on those is different. And would ChatGPT be able to pick up on those distinctions? Maybe if your prompt included it properly, right? So
But then you
again,
have to know.
yeah, you'd have to know to ask it. So,
Yeah.
that it just kind of gets back to what I'm saying before. Like it'll always give you an answer.
Oh,
And you're not really going to be able to tell if that answer is correct or not because
right.
it's going to look correct, right? It's going to look good. So it's really for people to know like this is a tool. If all I need to know is what this word means, if I'm using it as a dictionary, right? Essentially, I'm going through my contract, I'm fine with the contract. I just have two words in here that I don't know what they mean and I need a definition. ChatGPT is going to be good for that. But if you're the employee I just mentioned before, who's like wants to go into negotiation, wants to know how to, where their grounds for compromise are, which are the
Yeah.
clauses that they should hold on a little more,
Yeah.
where are kind of the pressure points in the contract, where do they have a little more room for flexibility. It wouldn't be super confident, right, that any AI tool
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
going to be able to work through all of that, right? But
Okay.
maybe one day, we'll see, we'll
Well,
see.
that's wow, that's really interesting because it's actually a lot more limited than I expected, I guess. Like because
For now,
yeah, for now,
for
right.
now, we'll see. Yeah,
Maybe we'll have to get together to
it's
do a video in
improving.
2 years, and then we might have to
Yeah.
update the video.
At at some point, I think we will have to ask that question of like if you have something that's,
Yeah,
approximating the experience of dealing with a
right.
person, At
Um,
what point is it the same, right?
yeah,
At what point is there even a distinction? So
it's just
we'll
things
see.
are
I
just,
think we're on our way there.
yeah, but it's just things are moving so fast. It's just, and that's why we do videos here because we want to keep up. Thank you, Sam, so much for coming in today to explain and warn us and warn us about ChatGPT. Thanks everyone for watching, and we hope to see you the next time. Bye.